Episode 7. The game has promised me, delivered to me in writing, that we will no longer be using the flare. At least, for this chapter, presumably. I'm still a little bit salty over that last level. All in good fun, or so I like to think. I was actually looking at the file size as I was moving the recording. It was around 1/2 of what I typically expect the file size to be. This is on the scales of dozens of gigabytes each recording, by the way. For a video to only be half the file size of the other videos, I would have thought it would be something like, I don't know, half of the length in time. But no, it was the same amount of time. It was just that there was nothing in the video that was taking up file space. Most of the screen, of course, was black the entire time. Despite playing for as long as I did. Anyway. It's neither here nor there, it's just a fun observation, I guess. That an entire level spent in the dark is helping me save file space on my computer for these recordings. Perhaps I should just stare at the screen, or stare at the floor the entire time I'm doing these, reduce the bitrate, the amount of pixels going across the screen. Well, I've more or less resolved my file size issues with the SSDs I've installed in my computer recently. Damn. I waited too long. At least they gave me a checkpoint here. Very different, scenery from the previous levels. I mentioned that last time, but the statues are really getting to me, I guess. And what do we have here? Am I not allowed to scan? Well, it appears to be some form of pyramid. Tetrahedron, technically. The Illuminati, perhaps? No. What did I do? I can't undo it now. Oh, I guess I made this appear? This wasn't here before, was it? What the hell? Well, this looks like platformable geometry here. But for some reason they give you a pyramid to float across on. Should I feel nervous that I'm taking the easy way? Ancient cistern. Crap, I've lost it, haven't I? Or a bit faster, maybe I could have gotten back on. No. The water. Actually, speaking of the water, what was with the sludge in the last episode? It felt like it should have been moving when it wasn't. Clearly they have the technology for it. Perhaps it was just a bug after all. Well, it's not like it matters too much. You were in the dark that entire episode. Actually, maybe that had something to do with it. Maybe because it was in the dark the entire time, the debugging of the water texture is not moving never really happened. No, I think I'm probably presuming too much. Whatever. Actually, while we were sitting still, I guess the pyramid got way ahead of me. Maybe I could have caught up to it. If I didn't sit around staring at the water the entire time. Oh. That was weird. Didn't mantle. I think I heard a crystal over there, somewhere. Maybe on top. Well, I'm going to give up on it. If there was one there, it should be easy to get. I just have to start the level again from the beginning. Statues with weapons, standing left and right. Statues walking towards something in the distance, I guess. This is surfing, but we can go up. I forgot how relaxing this game can be. All it took was 2 episodes in the cavern for me to forget. I wonder if the speedrun for this level is just sitting on the pyramid the entire time. Could you possibly outpace the pyramid? Okay. Statues with pickaxes looking up. I guess climbing. Staring at the Eye of Providence? Or perhaps the Eye of Ra? Probably not. Actually, I kind of wish I was still on the pyramid. It looks like it would have gone under these structures, and there would be some kind of fun jumping around to get back onto it. My ship has sailed, literally. close one. Yeah, off you go. It's probably good that they put the cavern level early on in the game. Not at the very beginning, but early on, that it doesn't feel like it kills all momentum that you might get in these later stages once you feel like you're getting better at the game. But what do I know? Almost hit the bad angle on that. What have we got here? Looks like some honest-to-goodness lore. Before I scan this, just some interpretations. A lot of arcs jumping out of a sphere, in the center of which is some enlightened individual, I'm assuming. Before anything, I'm wondering if these arcs have any relation to the mad scrawlings that we found back in the Caverns chapter. I don't really recall what the writing said, but it seemed to indicate some sort of secret that the writer wasn't too happy about. In any case, let's see what this has to say. Ancient wall art that depicts a holy figure inside a machine. The ones outside seem to be dying in terror. They also seem to be submerged in a black liquid. I didn't get those details, but I suppose I see that now. The individual on the inside, I guess, was saved by this machine. I guess supposedly related to wherever we are. The megastructure maybe was something to save people from the outside. And I guess maybe these arcs are just kind of wiring or pipes sticking out of the machine. This one seems to have something flowing into it, maybe. Well, we can go forward, but there was a crystal up there. Luckily we're getting our full suite of abilities, so it won't be too much of a pain climbing up to get these crystals. And by given our full suite of abilities, I mean the geometry is such that we can do anything we want. Perhaps that's a bit of intentional game design. The very oppressive caverns of the last level make you realize how much you can do with the abilities you have. Where was that crystal? There it is. Can't believe that worked. Okay, another pyramid. I guess we could have just walked forward, but does this give us another ship to ride on? Damn. It felt like it might have worked. The jump is kind of awkward, though. It's weird. We can maybe do this. Well, we don't live through that. Again, I'm pretty sure you can live whenever you get these crystals. There's always some exit strategy, probably. Which would indicate that I'm doing something wrong with the way that I collect them when I die. And our chariot awaits. Of course, we're probably just going to jump off the moment we see the next crystal. I'll try to be conscious about where it is and see if I can get on and off, or get off and on fast enough. We don't lose our ride. Ghost ride the whip, so to speak. Would the original ship have continued along this path? Or would it have stopped at that one checkpoint? Ah, here we go. I think we can crouch under it. You don't even have to, actually. And I haven't heard the telltale sound of a crystal yet. Oh my god. They're going for it. They really want the eye. if we continue at this pace, maybe we will beat the game in less time than I'm thinking. I think I read somewhere around 8 hours or so. But obviously we've passed that point, or just about have. Definitely not beating the game, the remaining 5 chapters, in that amount of time. I'm surprised I haven't heard a crystal yet. Hey, what the hell is that? Oh, it's just a hologram. I thought it was a guy, or a ghost, or something. I didn't get quite a good look at it before, but I do see the outline of the owl, more clearly anyway. Notably the face, the owl-shaped eyes, where its eyes would be, or the holes where its eyes would be. Any crystals I missed? Not that I'm complaining. Oh, I think I know what that is. That's our R1 button, isn't it? And there's our stop. What happens if we jump back on? Nothing. People climbing up for the eye, as we've expected. Hieroglyphics depicting people climbing towards a bright eye. It appears deteriorated, likely very old. Going to do a quick perimeter check for any crystals. That over there doesn't seem to be any kind of explorable geometry. I think I would hear a crystal at this distance if there was something up there, or directly above me. Unless it's on the very high up roof of this structure, I don't think it's here. No scannable. Give me. Did that? Oh, that's not the boost button, like I thought it was. I thought those arrows in the back were indicating we'd get the boost somehow here. It lowered gravity and made me faster. I'm not sure how that works, but this is nice. I feel so free. An eye pointing down at something in the structure. Ancient wall art depicting a bright eye, shining a light through the structure. The light seems to be sealing a hole in some barrier. Everything in the hole has been scratched out. Sealing a hole in some barrier. Was that hole present on the other one? I don't think so, no. So if we were to read that one first chronologically, people were climbing up, and while people were climbing up towards the eye did something to the structure the people were climbing on to seal a hole, which is apparently problematic for whoever scratched it out. Are these climbers in reverence to the eye, or opposed to it? I assume this large structure is the megastructure that we're in, and that all the teams that we've been finding are maybe following in the footsteps of these people climbing after the eye, whether they know it or not. Whether we know it or not. Maybe that's what we're after too. Although I guess Lorn is mainly just looking for a way out at this point. And the eye seems to be, based on this, benevolent towards the structure, if it's sealing a hole in it. I almost feel like I can catch you now. Gonna have to get used to how far I can jump. If that arrow is the same arrow from the eye, then maybe this big circle is the hole from the previous picture, in closer detail. Hieroglyphics depicting 4 monks summoning a shining object. It seems to be designed to seal the hole below. It is not clear what is being sealed or why. I guess the 4 monks are, in reverence of the eye, subjugating to it or praying to it to seal up the hole. I don't really know much about the game. I haven't played it. But I assume this is kind of similar to, or entering the territory of, Ultrakill. With how fast and far we're jumping now. I've only seen 1 or 2 clips of that game, so I could be entirely wrong about what kind of game it is. They want you to wall jump off this. But I failed. Okay, what do? I can maybe jump over here. Jump back here. Okay. That's one less time I've gotten you killed with my bad jumping. Gonna be hard to judge how much damage or how much fall is going to be lethal. Wall surfing is also going to be a bit stranger now, I think. Nope. You're kidding me. Could have sworn I latched on with the pickaxes. What am I doing wrong? Pretty sure we can make that. Sounds like a crystal, probably above me. Damn. I think the increased speed or the lower gravity or something about it makes it a bit more difficult to cling to a wall with consecutive tic-tacs. Thought I heard a crystal. Guess I was wrong. Oops. At the same time, the gravity somehow has the effect of making jumping up an incline a bit easier. This might be an inadvisable direction to go in. No, I think I've screwed you, Lorn. Again. Damn. Unless... Is there any way to go down there anyway? What about this way? I'm not gonna go all the way. Guess there is something to jump on down there. No. I needed to find a different way down. I'm surprised that going all the way up here led to nothing, not even a crystal. I guess we just kind of climb across this way. Alright, and the last of our stamina jump. I suppose that's intended. I want to say this wouldn't kill me, this shallow pool of water, but I'm pretty sure it would. In Mirror's Edge, running across the wall would actually be faster than running on the ground, I think, depending on the situation. One of those quirks of game design that didn't really feel like it lived up to what it was trying to be in terms of a kind of realistic parkour situation. But it's what you would call movement tech that spices up speedruns, I suppose. I think it's kind of hit or miss for me. I like the idea of having schmovement, or movement tech, or whatever. But I also like the idea of being closer to what you're going for in terms of reality. Making running on the floor be the most efficient way of moving forward rather than whatever gimmicky stuff you can do with whatever the geometry is around you. But I guess that's part of the beauty of speedrunning. Finding things that don't really make sense but make you insanely fast in return. What a weird crystal. How annoying. Well, we're going for it, but still. I guess we're going to be jumping across the wall. Unless we can land right on top. Nope. That was weird. We were able to do a tic-tac briefly. I think. How do we do that? Well, I'll take it. I'm almost certain they wanted you to do some goofy stuff with wall surfing on the top of this steep incline in low gravity. But I guess this works. Nope. Killed myself. I'm just going to assume most of these won't kill me from fall damage. I assumed incorrectly. Going to have to be very particular about going for the closest possible jump if I don't want to die to fall. And also be careful not to walk into the water. Okay. I meant to jump into the wall and latch onto it. If we're going across. And below? Nope, nope, nope. I didn't want to slide. Oh, I walked too far forward. That's survivable? Nope. Wrong again. Kind of feels like Dark Souls 2, with the difference between lethal fall damage and non-lethal fall damage. Maybe I'm thinking of Dark Souls 1. I guess they really want you to just jump from a slightly lower position. Seems kind of weird. Thought I heard something at some point. Crystal or something. Maybe not. You know, I don't think bunny hopping is faster. Going back to what I was saying about Mirror's Edge, it's nice that you can go a little bit faster by running on walls and doing stuff like that, but sometimes you just want to run on the floor and relax a little bit. If that's the fastest option to you, then you don't have to worry about doing weird gimmicky stuff that doesn't really seem to make sense. Might have been a crystal over there. Who cares? I mean, I care. I care too much. And that's it for the chapter. Only 2 crystals missed. Well, only 7 there. And we got all the scans. I'm surprised we managed to clear a chapter in 1 episode. Hey, a cutscene. After finding such a beautiful place, I expected a revelation. I expected something. Anything but these tunnels. Anything but another 5 years of nothing. Where are we now? 248 years or something? Until... So what, it's been 5 years? In the ancient cistern? Is this directly connecting to where we were just previously? Or are we to assume that Lorn has traveled several miles, or several hundreds of miles in the past 5 years, wandering these tunnels? One of the things that I liked about Half-Life 2 and similar games was the sense of distance that you feel like you've traveled by the end, because everything from the beginning to the end is connected. It's all contiguous, except for 1 or 2 teleports, which don't really change too much about that feeling of going from one end to the other. This game feels like it does the same, except for certain transitions between chapters. Chapter 1 to 2 had you falling into a pipe and being repaired by 1 robot. Didn't feel like it was too distant from where you fell into the pipe, so I was able to write that one off. Chapter 2 to 3 was a direct continuation from entering or exiting the failed biome into the caverns. Same thing with Chapter 3 to 4, going from the caverns to the ancient cistern. In this case, we went from the ancient cistern into some kind of dark tunnel, and then 5 years passed. I guess we could say that we ended up in the same place that we ended Chapter 4 on, after those 5 years, but it's probably more likely that we're just in a completely different location of the ancient cistern. Or something like that. This doesn't seem to be the ancient cistern anymore. Although, gravity is still low, and I think our speed is still increased. Maybe that was a kind of global change we enacted to the entire megastructure. Now, I don't miss the flares, but one of the things they were good for was judging the distance from one place to another. I'm wondering if I have to make my way to that pipe over there and slide down. That seems to be workable geometry, I guess. We'll try it. Oh no. I thought there was footing. Well, I guess that's where we're headed. Any crystals? Not that I can tell from here. This is a long way down. I wonder when it'll just cut to black. Oh. Okay, so I wasn't meant to jump across that. I was meant to jump across this, I guess. I guess this chapter might be all about sliding. Or heavily featuring it. Nope. Oh no. This is bad. Out of control. And... back in control. Okay. Where to? Let's just get on this big pipe. Most stable footing we've had so far. Hey, a climbable wall. Not that that helps us in any way. Think we're still headed down? Yeah. I think we'll survive the drop onto that pipe. We won't slide off this, will we? Shit. Okay, we wouldn't have slid off the side that I was aiming for. We do slide off the other side. Just barely a bad judgment. And we're back up here. That's disheartening. I feel like I earned a checkpoint there, but I know I didn't. That wall disappeared faster than I thought. I'm a bit more reckless than you now. Oh no. And we're back up here. I should probably pause just a little bit when I get to that point again. Okay. Let's think about this. And not slide off. I think we want to go for there again. So we can slide off this pipe onto this rusted lattice. I think we should be fine. But there might be a better way down. Right, the wall, obviously. Let's just continue down the wall. This is a problem, actually. I'm not gonna have the stamina to make it down there. Great. I'm surprised they put me back here. Maybe I shouldn't be surprised. Just trying to stand. There we go. Alright. Onto this pipe, maybe? We're definitely going over there, so I don't think we have enough stamina to climb across that way. At least climb down. So let's make our way a little bit further down first. Damn! The wall just disappeared. Alright, let's actually take this down then. Haven't heard the siren song of a crystal in a while. I probably just missed one, but... Oh, I hear it now. I don't hear it anymore. Might have been back that way, somewhere above, perhaps? Or below? Inside. We'll go back for it. Well, I'm glad I came. They're alive. I mean, we found a living robot in Chapter 2. Living, but I'm surprised we found people like this. Just a moment. I realize this is a very important moment. Kind of like a Tony Hawk. Anyway, They're robots, like me. Is it over? Oh. You're not from the city. Well. Don't go in expecting a bed to sleep in. I'm not sure how he knew. That's exactly what I always look for. We were attacked. Not even sure by who. Only a few of us got out, but we spread in all directions. You can stay if you want, but we don't have any food. So the robots do eat food. Maybe there aren't humans like I thought. With our new friends, this is the only place we have to take a break, I guess.